The Mumbai Indians are not the force they were in the last IPL or the season before that. They've got a number of issues. We talk a lot about their batting. We're going to focus on one aspect with the ball, though, on Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 timeout. Trent Boult was sensational for them against the Delhi Capitals during the playoffs in IPL 2020. Are we seeing the best of Boult this season, though? Sanjay Manjrekar and Dale Steyn first up. Dale is not quite had that sort of opening, impact that he tends to for the Mumbai Indians and for New Zealand. What do you put that down to?
Well, I think their bowling has kind of carried Mumbai a little bit. I remember, if memory serves me right, their bowling kind of dragged them out of trouble when they were playing in India, in Chennai. Their bowling kind of did the trick for them and won them a lot of games. And that can kind of play a toll on a bowler's mind, especially in the shorter format, because you know that somewhere along the line there's a bad game coming for you. So the second leg, maybe for Boult, he just feels like that might have kind of caught up with him right now. And when the team's not particularly doing well, they're not winning all their games. They're not sitting where they'd be comfortable sitting, where they're used to sitting in like the top 2 or 3. There's this added pressure that you have to do even better than you usually do, and that can play a toll on the way that you go about your business.
Sanjay, if you just look at the numbers, now they played 5 games in Chennai, so we bring the conditions element into this. But Trent Boult's numbers were actually better in India than they've been in these three games or so in the UAE leg. Now, has he just failed to have an impact? Is it down to the surfaces? What do you put it down to?
I put it down to Boult being more or less the same bowler, trying to swing the ball in and doing the stuff that he does well, but also that kind of element there is to his T20 bowling, that there could be one game where he'll go for 20, 25, and that has already happened in this leg of the UAE. And just watching his speeds, sometimes when you have an established big name bowler like Trent Boult, you watch so many other things and then you don't focus so much on how quickly he's bowling. And there is some similarity between him and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who lost a bit of pace. The fastest ball that Trent Boult bowled in the game that I paid attention to his speed was 134, and that is Deepak Chahar's speed. So that may have been one of the reasons, because he's got such a clean action. He's a pure bowler, gets it up there. But if the ball is coming a little slowly, things can get out of hand. I do believe that he is a slight danger for Mumbai Indians on the big nights. Adam Milne was dropped for Nathan Coulter, and if they want to go with Adam Milne to replace Trent Boult, won't be such a bad idea.
What about that then, Dale? Would you think that Boult is not quite that certainty in one of those overseas spots that someone like Milne could display?
Yeah, it boils down to how well the guys are looking in the nets and how well they're performing out in the middle. I think Mumbai like the fact that Boult is the left arm, and then he complements like Bumrah, who's the right arm. So they like that left and right arm, kind of like similar in the batting. I suppose teams like that for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I would play the guy that I feel looks the most confident. And often when you're in the net, it's a great place to tell, because you're not always playing as a great place to tell as a batter, like who you feel is going to be kind of better. So for now they've gone with Boult, but Milner's bowled beautifully. We watched him bowl in the 100 and he was superb. So he could be a match-for-match replacement if they wanted to do that.
Thank you very much. Dale Steyn and Sanjay Manjrekar. Trent Boult enjoys bowling to the Capitals. Let's see if we see the best of him in this fixture. This was Maruti Suzuki Presents ESPN Cricinfo T20 timeout.
We call it people technology.